What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are going to be talking about the changes to real-time arena, and how now maybe we're finally seeing Scopely admit that maybe this was a failed experiment, and that it just wasn't a good rollout plan for real-time arena. So, real-time arena, it's about live PvP, which is fine. It's not my cup of tea. Plenty of people like it. It's a very polarizing game mode, to say the least. And there's been a lot of complaints about this game mode, mostly about how, you always see, the same teams in there. My big complaint with it was that how we had a battle pass tied to a single game mode. How you basically had these really good rewards in this battle pass, but you had to do live PvP to do it. And that was always my big complaint, and I always told them that, at least any chance I could bring it up in the Envoy chat, I told them, basically, get rid of this battle pass being tied to a single game mode. It's just not good. I haven't bought anything in the battle pass in months. I have a feeling I'm not the only person who's done that. This game mode is just not very popular with the player base as a whole, and Scopely, I think, has finally come to realize that. And this was announced a week ago or so in the weekly blog posts. But now we're finally seeing it in action, and my goodness, these changes are huge. So what have they done? Well, now you no longer have to get knockouts in real-time arena to progress in the Mojo Battle Pass. Now it's also tied to your Blitz wins. So if you knock out a full rotation, this was just a full rotation here on my Blitz. I scored just under 100 points here. Your daily objectives max out at 200 points here. And if you max out those daily objectives every day, you get 3 levels through your Mojo Battle Pass. That's great so far, right? Now you go down to your weekly objectives, where it's 500, 1500, and 2400. And those are actually going to be pretty easy. With 2 days of rotations, I'm already halfway to the 1500 point. But all you need is 500 points in a week, and that gets you 4 free levels right there on the Mojo Battle Pass. I shouldn't say free, but yeah, 500 points will get you 4 levels right there on the Battle Pass. 1500 points, which is very much doable, gets you another 3 levels. So each week, just by doing 1500 points in Blitz, you're going to be able to get 7 levels right there, plus 3 per day from your daily objectives. You get 250, then 150, and 100. And yeah, there was one more here that I didn't show. There's that one as well. So you get 3 levels each day from your daily objectives, times 28. I mean, that's what? Let's see, 28 times 3. That gets you 84 levels right there, just by doing 3 Blitz rotations a day. That's not bad, especially now we have Auto Blitz, or we have the Sim Blitz. Those rotations take you 5, maybe 10 minutes to complete. Not bad at all. So a good 15 to 20, 30 minutes will get you your daily objectives done in RTA, without having to worry about these knockouts. Now, you can still do knockouts. You get 10 points for each knockout in RTA, so if you are in the RTA, it's going to be a bit quicker. But if you're going for Blitz, you're trying to push things for Blitz, and right now we have the Shang-Chi event going on with Blitz, so Blitz is, a lot of people are blitzing right now. This is really helping push things along. But yeah, just by doing that, 84 levels, just by doing your daily objectives the entire duration of the Blitz, or sorry, the real-time arena season. So that means that you have 16 levels left to get. Well, you get 7 per week by getting 1500 points. That's not bad. So that means that you will be able to get this done in no time at all. So actually, if you go back and look at that, you had 84 levels by doing your daily objectives every day. That means you have 16 left. If you do your 500 points weekly, that means you just have to do them 4 times. So you only need to max out at 500 points a week through Blitz to complete this. And this I think is pretty significant. And this is something that goes deeper into the talk about RTA and what does this mean for the future of RTA. And I think honestly at this point, I have a feeling that Scopely's kind of realizing that people just aren't really into it. And this is something I've brought up before in chats, and they've been constantly tinkering with it, trying to make it work. Originally, the first fix they had brought in where they would bring in characters do certain abilities, but that became a problem because people were so focused on knockouts. And they used this abilities thing for, what, 5-6 seasons before they changed it back to knockouts. And the knockouts has only been around for like 1 or 2 seasons where it's just been focused on knockouts. And overall, the reception has been warmer to that. And these bans that they've been doing, we used to not really have these bans. It was just certain characters. But once I think Infinity Watch coming in is where things really took a turn. Because with Black Order was the meta before, they would ban like one character from Black Order. Like you see here, Ebony Maw's banned. They would ban one character from Black Order, and the Black Order team would completely fall apart. So with that, you didn't see Black Order a lot. When they forgot to ban Black Order for like a day or two, everybody ran Black Order. But that was the big problem, I think, with RTA, was that you could ban someone from the Black Order team. The team doesn't work because Thanos needs all 4 of his lieutenants there, and if they're not there, he doesn't get empowered, he doesn't get the brand new kit, he's not as strong. So Black Order never really worked well because of those bans. Infinity Watch does not have that same problem. This is the big problem with Infinity Watch overall, was that the abilities and bonuses were just so spread out. Adam Warlock was kind of lacking in that legendary feel for the most part with Infinity Watch. But with that, you could like ban 1 or 2 characters and everyone would still run whoever's left of Infinity Watch. Infinity Watch was just that strong. And that's when I really took a sour turn on RTA. I know I'm not the only person who did that, but it was just one of those things where you just saw endless Infinity Watch and you really just didn't care anymore. And that's when I stopped spending on RTA. I think I may have stopped spending the season before, but once Infinity Watch came out, there was days where I just didn't even bother with my RTA objectives because I just didn't want to fight people in there. I was just tired of dealing with Infinity Watch all the time in real-time arena. So it's one of those things where, yeah, I think Infinity Watch kind of pushed things over the edge. And I would love to see the chart of when people's really, like, the player interaction with RTA. Because I have a feeling with the introduction of Infinity Watch, this really dropped off a cliff with RTA. Because I have a feeling I'm not the only person who soured on it with that team coming into play. So, I think at this point, Scopely's realized that RTA, this whole life PvP thing, it's just not as banged up as they thought. And we've seen this where they're changing RTA to include Blitz, but we've also been given this Grand Tournament thing, which is just like Grand Arena and Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, where you set your defense, you set your attack, and you go against other players like these like 1v1 tournaments of a group of 8 players. It's just like Grand Arena, and they're now going to be bringing that in. It's not per se live PvP like RTA is, but you have like 24 hours to attack your opponent. You don't have to. It's not something where you're like fighting against another player at the same time. So I think they're realizing that real-time arena was just not what they thought it was going to be a good idea. And props to Scopely for trying it. And props them for realizing that this is not really what they should be working on. And they're going to be trying different game modes instead. Grand Tournament, as I don't really care. I never really cared for Grand Arena and Galaxy of Heroes, especially with the Galactic Legends out. But we'll see how things work here with Grand Tournament. I'm excited to see what they can do, because I mean, it's gonna be one of those things. Is this like counting as war defense? So is like Heroes for Hire going to be a defense team all the time in there? It's going to be interesting to see how they implement this tournament thing. And I'm excited to see what they're going to do for that. I'm excited to see what they're going to... I'm excited to see that they have decided that this is just not working out for them. So kudos to Scopely for realizing that. And as unfortunate it is, I'm glad to see they've realized that this is just not going to work for the player base overall. But I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think about this whole thing for RTA? Do you guys think this means RTA is done? Do you like the changes? Do you like the inclusion of Blitz now for this? What do you guys think about everything with this? Let me know down below. But as always, make sure to hit that like button, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys next time.